So my name's Kiran, and I actually wanted to come to Bond a couple years before COVID. I wanted to do my LLB here, but unfortunately COVID happened, and I thought I'll stay back in Canada, finish my bachelor's degree, and come here. And I think it's one of the best decisions I've made because although I was scared to make a huge jump from moving like halfway across the world, away from my family, completely on my own, it's like the first time I took a flight by myself too. I think not only did my personality grow and my independence grew as well. I think that coming here and studying here versus in Canada was a lot better for myself because one, the student experience at Bond is incredible. They have a lot of programs, they have a lot of clubs. Rabea is actually part of one of them, and they host a lot of events and a lot of welcoming events during orientation week where I made a majority of my friends too. So right off the bat, I was super comfortable at school first week, and the classes they're amazing because we have huge lecture halls where a lot of students might get anxiety where you're scared because there's a bunch of students. But after that lecture, later on in the week, you have a tutorial class with about 11 students and you get one-on-one time with a professor. So majority of the time you have a professor or you have a teacher assistant. And like having that time with the professor is really great because I get to ask questions and I get to really understand the material. And I think those were kind of like the major things for me that I really appreciated coming here because you get that one-on-one experience and also living in the Gold Coast. I love the weather here.
Yeah, how different is that from your experience doing your undergrad at Simon Fraser?
It's a huge difference because it used to rain a lot in BC and especially like Burnaby area. So here it does rain, but it rains for like 10 minutes and it stops. There it's like gloomy all day. And I think like here the biggest difference is when it rains, it's hot. It's still like super hot. So there's people in their shorts and they're just getting rained on and they're like, oh, I'll dry off in 10 minutes when it's like, over.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And then Rabia, how about yourself?
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I think Kieran kind of spoke to it really well. The student experience here at Bond is incredible. We have many clubs and many networking events that really connect the students. I chose Bond specifically because I kind of knew a few people that had graduated already from Bond. I had a family member that also graduated from Bond Law, and I was really keen on graduating early and skipping that extra year of law school. So I was very excited that Bond had a program like that. Specifically with Bond is we have those Canadian electives that teach you based on the NCA syllabus, which you would need to take going back to Canada, as you mentioned. So I really thought that was a big indicator for me because I know of people that graduated from a school in the UK where it was really difficult for them to pass those NCA exams and get admitted into Canada. So that was a major factor for me. Just touching on the student experience a little bit, like I mentioned, on the Canadian Law Students Association, which pretty much seeks to network and connect all the Canadian students. We hold events for more the educational side, so we'll do moots, arbitrations, we'll do seminars that teach you and kind of guide you through the process. But we also do fun things that are fun events for Canadians, like we celebrate Canada Day. This year we're doing a Canada Day yacht party. So there's a lot of things that just brings us together and makes you feel like you have a home, even though you're not actually at home. It's just you create a community that's really helpful to you. So yeah.
Do you find that you're getting out more and interacting with students more that you are away from home? I know I can speak for myself. I was an SFU graduate as well, and it seemed that when you were at home, you would go and you'd study, and then you kind of go home and you'd have
Oh
your
yeah.
group of friends. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. And I think being like away from home, it's you don't have that comfort of just going to school and then going home and just having no contact. I think it's really important to make friends here and like you want to have a community around you because and if you don't, you'll feel really isolated. So
Mhm.
in a way, it kind of forces you, if that makes sense.
And if I can just
Yeah,
add on
forces
to what
you in a
Rabia
good
was
way.
saying, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the best thing about like coming here is everyone, all your friends, you're all in the same boat. Back at SFU, I used to go, like, I would go from home to class and back. and I had like one friend. Here you have multiple friends and everyone's in the same boat, so you're very comfortable with what you're doing and you can share stuff with friends. And I think here you make friends for a lifetime.